Hi, it's Dax Murphy. Today I want to talk about some things that I've been coming across. I've been talking to a lot of people recently about how everyone seems to be complaining about their work life and their environment at work. And yet nobody seems to be really willing to stand up and do anything about it. So I just want to know, what would you do? What would have to happen at your work for you to demand a better environment? We all like to think of ourselves as people who would stand up for our rights. People who would demand more from our places of work if they treated us poorly. We tell ourselves that our values and our beliefs will cause us to act, and we'd want to seek something better. But do we? In reality, do we? I mean, how many people do you know that are dissatisfied with their jobs? It's likely you and yourself are dissatisfied with your job. A recent Forbes survey found that 57% of people are dissatisfied with their job. So that's over half of people. So how many people do you know that complain about their rubbish boss? So the stats say that 44% of people will complain about their boss and say that the boss is rubbish. So how many people do you know that have been a part of a company restructure in the last 10 years? And think about this, a restructure being the most aggressive threat a company can give to its employees. If you will work for a business that's on the stock market, then you will have had over 80% chance of that happening to you. So over 80%. So how many people do you know that have, in the last few years, maybe haven't had a pay increase, the same as inflation? So in the UK, for example, in 2017, the average annual pay increase was 1% below inflation. So that's pretty much everybody got less money than inflation. So everybody's less worse off. How many people do you know have had their bonus potential reduced or removed? So 43% of companies have negatively adapted their bonus schemes last year. It doesn't have to be this way. Employees and customers should not have to suffer at the hands of ever-increasing profits for businesses that are showing that they simply do not care. But it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to live like this. We don't have to live like this. The population of the world who work for business don't have to feel like this. Together, people are more powerful than they know. Together, we can change our companies and how they're run. We can change how we are led. We can change our environment. But to do this, we have to acknowledge our current environment isn't right. And we have to, together, this isn't a one-person deal, together we have to have the confidence to say, we deserve more. There are different companies out there that do care, that do create positive environments for people, who do work with their people. I urge you to seek out these companies. Apply for jobs in these companies, move to these companies, because if we do this together, then we change the dynamic. The companies that succeed will be those that do things right, and that will create a shift, a massive shift across the business world, because businesses will do anything to be successful. So more and more they will work with their employees at the heart of their business if that's the thing that makes them successful. So together, people have the power. Together, we can stand and change the world. Are you willing to stand?